The video is divided into 4 parts. First, materials. Second, tools. 3, beading process. And 4, some tips. We'll start with section 1, the materials. I'll zoom in a bit closer so we can see the components clearer. Firstly, we have a gold chain, which is needed for the dangly components of the necklace. Next is some flower beads. You may also want to have some leaf beads, which can be green colored and oval shaped. This is optional, but I got a moonstone crystal as well. It's really pretty, especially under the sunlight. I use some pink crystals too, and this is alternating with the green crystals in the necklace. I think that adding pearls gives an elegant touch to the look. I find that having pearls in between the crystals complements well too. You can try adding some colored beads as well. This will allow for a range of different textures and colors in the necklace. I think that this makes the necklace look more interesting overall. Very importantly, you also need some gold wire because it will help to join the different beads together. Do make sure that your bead holes are larger than the dimension of the wire so that it can go through. Finally, we need some jump rings and closure. This is so we can link up the different sections and also close up the necklace at the end. Great, now we are going on to section 2, the tools that we need. Firstly, a round nose plier is helpful, especially for the smaller components. Alternatively, a long nose plier can also be used for the larger parts. This is called a looping tool. It's optional, but it's useful for making small loops in the wire. You can also do it manually with the pliers. A side cutter is useful for cutting wire. Now we are on to step 3, the beading process. I will thread a bead through the wire and then bring the wire through the hole in the looping tool. Press down to form the small loops. We repeat the same on the other end. This is so we can have one loop on each side of the bead. Press down to form the loops. And there we go. We have a bead with a small loop on each side. We can use the pliers to make sure that the loops are fully closed. Then, we start to join the different pieces together with a jump ring in between. The necklace is slowly taking shape, and here is a time lapse of me continuing to create it. One tip is to plan out the design first by laying it all out in order and then joining it together with the wires. Another tip is to mix the colors, alternating them. Mixing up the textures will also help the design seem more interesting. I use a mix of the long nose and round nose pliers depending on the size of the bead. We are finally done with the base necklace. If you like, you can stop here. Although I used the gold chain to create a second layer and create some dangling components. I think this can make the look more interesting and also add an elegant touch. Finally, I cut off the excess with the wire cutters. honestly, I think that having hobbies is so important and really brings so much joy to life. So I really hope that this will inspire you to maybe do your own small crafts as well.